Hi everyone. Well, in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some clipboard art. I've been wanting to do this for a while, so stay tuned for some DIY inspiration and encouragement. Welcome to Soul Station. I've had these clipboards for a little while. I collect them whenever I see them at the thrift store, so you can see they're different sizes, and I'm just going to make these all look like they are part of a collection. So I'm going to paint these green, but this green color that I have is just a little bit darker than I'd like. So I'm going to mix some white into it and lighten the green up a little bit. And I will put a link in the description box below for all of the paint that I use. Green color I'm using here is Monet's Garden by DIY Paint, and I mixed in a little bit of the old white from Annie Sloan, and I got a really pretty lighter shade of green here. Cleaned the clipboards after removing all of the stickers from them, and then one of them had a little bit of a bend in the metal part, and so I fixed that by just bending it back. It was a little tricky to hold the clip up and paint underneath while doing that. I did try using a block of wood to hold the clip up and then paint, but you couldn't paint under the block of wood, so I found it easier to just hold it, paint, and then let the clip rest back down on the paint. I've been thinking so much lately of carrying the presence of God with me wherever I go. I can get so busy doing the things that I'm doing that I forget to remember that I have the presence of God with me and in me wherever I am. So I've been asking the Holy Spirit to just remind me that He's with me. We have had some really mild winter weather here in Montana, and one thing about winter is I love to get out and hike in the winter. I don't know what it is, but I enjoy it so much more than the summer even. I just love the calm and the peaceful, beautiful scene of winter. We have two kittens who just love to go for walks with us, and it's really funny to watch them on the trail. I thought I would share it with you guys. I'm going to paint the metal clip of the clipboard with this golden ticket color by DIY Paint. I wonder what would it be like if every believer was aware of the power and the presence of the light and love of the Holy Spirit that they carried with them wherever they went. I always love to see vintage music sheet as art or on crafts, so I hope you guys aren't tired of me using the vintage music sheet paper, but here I am. I'm going to tear some of these pages out of my book that I have because I thought this would look so pretty clipped against this green color. To even up the edges of the page and to make it look more vintage, I'm just running a paintbrush dipped in water along the edges, and then after that sits for, a minute or two, just to soften, then I go along it and just pull the paper off carefully and give it kind of that ripped, torn edge. I'm going to be adding some of the IOD Christmas transfers to these. The winter woodland scenes are so cute. It's hard to pick which one to use, but I try to go with what feels proportionate to the page size. Once the paint was dry, I came back with some clear wax by Annie Sloan, and I gave all of these one coat and sealed them. It's always so interesting to me how the DIY paint soaks up this wax and it really changes the color, although once the wax dries, it does lighten up a bit, but here you can see the difference between the sealed and the unsealed. I placed the music sheets on the clipboard and then I centered the transfers as best I could just by eyeing it. If only it were as easy as a rub-on transfer, right? To just remember what we actually carry inside of us. Even James said that we look at ourselves as though looking in a mirror and then we walk away and forget who we are. That's why I'm trying to be very intentional about practicing the presence of God inside me wherever I go and bringing that light and bringing that love to those around me. For the longer clipboard, I decided to add a little bit of the gold transfer to the bottom portion of the clipboard. The golden ticket is not a super thick paint, so I did 2 coats. It was kind of translucent, so it took about 2 coats so that you could see it. Even though this is going to be more of a Christmas project, these I think could be used any time of the year. I think they'd be especially pretty with botanical prints, or you could use them for family photos or whatever you'd like. These music sheets are double-sided because they are pages from a book, and so after Christmas I can flip the page over, and I thought it would be so pretty with a family photo or something clipped on top of the music sheet. Well, I hope you got an idea or two and some inspiration and encouragement from this project. Thank you for being here and for liking and subscribing to my channel, and I pray that you feel God's light and love with you wherever you go.
Close your eyes, hold on to me.